Today, we're going to talk about the book Medical Bondage. And Medical Bondage follows the experiences of some of the women of gynecology. So we all know the father of gynecology, was a terrible racist who basically experimented on and tortured enslaved women and women trapped in poverty. And he gets a lot of credit and a lot of praise, but the people who are often erased from that narrative are the ones that had to endure that treatment and had to endure his whims and his experimentation and his just whatever he thought in order to progress his career and advance science. So it was a tough read. It was really, really hard, especially when they talked about how women, which are really children, as young as 14 and stuff, were experimented on. Just the lack of dignity that they were given, the amount of pain that had to be endured that I will never be able to fathom in my lifetime. And for a lot of these women having to go out and do their regular work because they were enslaved, even after undergoing these horrible, horrible treatments and experiments. It was a hard read and a hard listen, but I do think it's important to read and listen. I don't think it's good to just consume Black trauma, because there's more to the story of Black people than their trauma. There's their joy, there's their resistance, there's their brilliance, there's their making ways out of no ways, there's their perseverance, there's their ingenuity and culture and community, and all of the ways that they help and have helped since the beginning of time make this nation better than what it is on paper. But I think it's important to read these stories and to listen to these stories and to bear witness the things that have happened in the past. For me personally, I found it so absolutely gut-wrenching and disgusting that these women were experimented on, that there would be no gynecology as we know it without these women, and the fact that women of color, specifically Black women, are still more likely to die in childbirth than their white counterparts. I find it disgusting that a lot of these stereotypes from even back then still persist today, like the inability to feel pain and the faking and the laziness to get out of work with their pain. And I think it's disgusting that women were experimented on back then, and the woman very recently, the Black woman who was essentially experimented on even today, brain dead, no life, but still was forced to carry another life into this world, being put on life-sustaining machines just to deliver a baby, even though she was no longer living. So even though we try to say, oh, that was so long ago and we've come so far and there's so many changes, and yeah, we have come kind of far, and yeah, there are some changes, but the fact remains that we are still experimenting on Black women. We are still dismissing Black women. We are still not giving them the care, the treatment, and the dignity that they deserve all across the board, but especially in the medical profession. So I really, really encourage you to read Medical Bondage, to listen to Medical Bondage, and to bear witness to what those women went through, and to bear witness what women are still going through, primarily Black women in this country. I will see you next.